Yo, say what you said again. I'm gonna send it to Niche.
Yo, Niche, what if over spring break we went to New York, recorded a ton of interviews, and just made a video about it? What do you think? There's no need to get that close.
We've been hearing it all year. Tech layoffs, AI replacing junior roles, and the erosion of job security. Is computer science as we know it over? We're Pitt CSC, and we traveled to New York City to find out. We sat down with software engineers from the world's largest companies to learn the truth. Watch until the end as we answer the question, is software engineering cooked?
All right, what's up, guys? This is Niche. So the first person we're gonna go see is Verun Rana. And he's a content creator that basically makes satirical content about tech. We're gonna make some reels with him and get his take on software engineering. He wasn't always a content creator. He actually worked at Amazon for a couple years, couple startups, and now he does content full time because he thought it was so much bullshit. So he's gonna be the first person we see. We're on the way now. What's up, Verun? We're here with our first guest, Verun. So, Verun, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
So the first thing I gotta say to you is, so you had like a high-paying job in software engineering, you worked at Amazon for a couple years, worked at startups, and now you dropped out of all software engineering and just do content. I assume your parents are pretty upset about that? So tell me about your time in software engineering. What was so bad about it that made you want to leave?
I fucking hated, can I cuss, by the way?
Yeah, go for whatever you want.
I fucking hated sitting there and looking line by line at code, trying to debug it, trying to sift through documentation, trying to learn things I don't care about. And now, frankly, a lot of that is gonna be replaced by AI. I don't think it's cooked forever. I think right now it's pretty cooked, I'll be honest. I just think it's gonna look different long term. I think instead of sitting here gluing your eyeballs to a code editor, you'll probably spend less time doing that, and instead you'll need to get good at telling robots how to do that.
What do you do now, like your day-to-day, versus what was like your day-to-day as software engineering?
I wake up every morning and experience at least 30 minutes of existential dread, question everything I'm doing with my life. Check TikTok, check Instagram, because I mean you gotta doom scroll a little bit to create doom scrollable stuff.
When you're working in tech, right, did most people also hate their jobs?
Dude, everyone hated their jobs. And the thing is, I still know people at those jobs who still complain about it 7 years after graduation. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? You have not only the finances, but you have the experience to go get a new job, and you're just not doing it.
Thank you again so much, Verun. We really loved having you. It's been a great interview. Just one more question. Do you think I could get a referral to Amazon?
Get the fuck out of here. What the
We just finished an incredible interview with Verun. Now we're on the way to Times Square to Microsoft's office. We're gonna go see Rohit, who's a product manager there right now. Fun fact is he used to be CSC's president 6 years ago. He's kind of old now, but we're excited to go see him. So we're gonna ask him some hard-hitting questions. Yo, what's up, Rohit?
What's up,
Good to see you, bro. All right, what's up? We're here with Rohit. A lot of stuff we see online is about how AI is going to replace software engineers. As someone who's working directly in engineering, do you think AI is going to take over? Do you think there's going to be still software engineering jobs for us students to take?
You're cooked.
Is that all?
No. Look at it as an opportunity. You know, you can learn things so much faster. You have a 24/7 tutor available to you. Honestly, if I had this in college, I feel like I would learn concepts so much quicker. I feel like I just need a quick sanity check sometimes. AI tools in general will make the difficult tasks go away, and you can focus more on what matters, more complex engineering decisions as opposed to changing lines of metadata and things like that.
If you had to categorize yourself as geeked or locked in, where would you place yourself?
I'm 24/7 geeking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always. But you've been promoted to product manager too. How did you make it to product manager too if you're always geeking? Or are you just geeking that well?
Nah, this PM shit easy for me, low-key. Sorry.
Take us through your day-to-day. What do you do?
So what I'll usually do is check our usage data. I'll have a couple meetings with key stakeholders, engineering managers to understand where the roadmap's headed. I like to do a lot of user research. I like to run a lot of queries to look for where users are running into trouble. Just trying to keep a pulse on what's going on and make sure that the engineering effort that we do is working towards real customer problems and real business value.
Do you have any advice for us or other computer science students that are trying to really be in your position someday?
Of course. Listen to me. One day, you're gonna have to look yourself in the mirror and realize that only you are responsible for the outcomes that you control. Now, what you do with this information is very important. You can either give up and say 24/7 geeked like me, or you can lock in. If you lock in, you will make your dreams come true. You will live a great life. Work hard, don't give up.
Truly inspiring stuff. Last thing for you is, do you think I can get a referral to Microsoft?
Get out. No, I'm not. Guys, get out.
We had an amazing interview. Thank you so much.
Get out.
So yesterday we had 2 amazing interviews, one with Verun and the next with Rohit. It's the next day now. We're going to meet a couple more people. Is software engineering cooked? Come with us to find out. All right, so today we're here with Matt from Stripe. Take us back to when you were in college studying computer science. What led you to be able to work at Stripe?
I think it all kind of comes back to CSC. There was this guy named James Hahn. He sent this thing that was like JP Morgan Code for Good.
Yeah.
And it was this hackathon. I asked him yo, should I apply? And he just encouraged me to, and I did. And then I think because of that, it kind of helped me get an internship at JP Morgan. I met kids from Rice and kids from all these other schools that kind of made me believe, oh yeah, you don't have to go to CMU to get an internship at Google. I just applied to everywhere. That's what they told me to do. Apply everywhere. I applied everywhere, and then I got into Stripe and I did an internship, and then just kind of followed from there.
That's awesome. Yeah, so one thing you touched on is you don't need to go to a top school to really make it in tech. Do you think that's still true considering how much more competitive the market is now?
I think if anything, it's gotten more true. Companies are now just focusing more on what you output and less about brand name. As companies start hiring more and more from different schools, people want diversity. They don't want 100 kids from Stanford.
Can you just tell us what you do at Stripe?
About 1.5 years ago, my manager started a new experimental team called Developer AI, where we're kind of trying to figure out, in this new AI world, how can we make developers even more efficient? People don't want to spend time reading documentation when they're trying to build their app. Yeah. So can we use AI to make that better?
We're seeing a lot of buzz around AI and how it might replace software engineers, especially at the entry-level roles. What's kind of your take on that? Do you think a lot of this can be automated with AI?
My general take has always been AI isn't going to replace people. It's going to make people more efficient. And so entry-level jobs might get a little harder, I think. It's always going to come down to who has the better foundations and fundamental knowledge. And that's what companies are looking for anyway. So if you just keep focusing on the main things like that, I don't think AI is going to replace you. But I think the people that are just in it just for quick cash real quick, it's going to be harder.
All right, so last question, Matt, is can I get a referral?
I got to go to work real quick, but
yeah. You got me though, right? Yeah, cool. Matt's pretty locked in. He's inspired us all to want to go back into software engineering. Now let's go get a finance bro's perspective at Bloomberg. So I'm here with my boy Aman, who works at Bloomberg, and Aman actually doesn't work in software engineering at all. He works as a finance bro. Is that right, Aman?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm a finance bro.
Super, super hype. So what do you think of software engineers and tech people in general? I would love to just hear your raw thoughts and everything.
Well, software engineers are kind of cool, but at the same time, they can be a little weird. We have Nij over here, pretty clear example of how he's really cool, but at the same time can be pretty weird. That's just how it is. No, but they're very smart people, know how to grind, that's for sure, and they make a lot of money. So if you have a lot of software engineer friends, make sure you get in their wills. They'll have a lot of money at the end of their career.
So being around all these software engineering people and these CS majors all the time, do you think these people are happy?
I definitely think it depends which company you're at. At Bloomberg, I think they're definitely happy. There's some other companies I won't mention that they have to grind a lot. But I think in general, they're pretty happy, good work-life balance.
Working in the financial industry, you're kind of around a lot of finance bros and a lot of tech bros. If you had to choose a stereotype of which one you think is better, what do you think?
I definitely say I'd have to go on the tech bro side, but very, very close competition.
You made the decision to not major in computer science. You actually majored in a combination of economics and math, right? If you could go back, do you think you'd go back and major in CS, knowing what you see, like a lot of CS students do today?
If I went back, I do finance and CS. I know my roommates at UMD are gonna make fun of me for that because they don't think I could do CS. But I think if I did finance and CS, I'd be able to manage my time better and focus more on the CS classes because finance is not that difficult at university. So yeah, that's what I'd do if I went back.
All right, so actually one more thing, Aman.
Yeah.
Could I get a referral to Bloomberg?
Is that the only thing you're here for?
Like part of it, like that was a big reason, yeah.
That's a big reason. I think you need to leave now.
Like right now?
Like
we said
right
conference room till 1.
I don't care. You need to leave right now.
Great interview. Thank you so much, Aman. It's been a pleasure.
So, is software engineering cooked? It's not that simple. The real question is whether or not software engineering is right for you. Everyone knows that AI is going to make this industry much harder to break into. So it's going to come down to who's putting in the genuine work. It'll be those countless hours spent going to hackathons, working on personal projects, and grinding leak code that will separate you from the rest of the pack. So if you don't enjoy or have a knack for programming or building things, breaking into tech is only going to get harder. But if you've got the passion, then lock in and get to work, because the only limit will be how big you're willing to dream.